And Cresta Blanca was the sponsor at all times.
Yes.
Now, what was the format like? Was it semi-classical? Was it...
No, popular things of that time. Kern and Romberg and Richard Rogers and things like that. I mean, those are the things we did on the show.
So you did not sing an operatic aria?
Not that I recall.
Yeah.
No.
So you had... Was this your first exposure to American popular music?
No. I had many years of that before I went into the opera. But the wonderful part of it was with Morton, he is not only, I have to go back to Morton at this point, not only a wonderful composer, he's a great orchestral arranger.
Yes,
I mean,
the best.
he has a wonderful ear for making the best sounds come out of an orchestra, tonal-wise.
Yes.
And that to me was the exciting part of Morton, even in those days, and of course he's even greater today. But I'm going to say something. I often wondered with Morton, I thought he had greater potential than he was recognized for. And that's a great shame to me. I mean, of course, Balanchine did recognize it, and naturally with this new work that he wanted to do, which, by the way, was in the New York Times, I believe, just lately. And he had that sensitivity about him that I can understand that Balanchine would have very much been smitten with. That sensitivity in that he knew that American kind of way and yet knew how to embellish it. And that kind of embellishment is what I'm talking about.
Risë Stevens is here talking about Morton Gould. Miss Stevens, what was the man like during the show? Was he a nervous wreck? Was he calm?
No, he was a wonderful man to work with. Not at all nervous. Well, at least it wasn't obvious to us.
Yeah.
He was very warm, very nice, and very, very cooperative, very helpful.
Did he become famous through this, or
I believe he did.
Yeah,
I believe this was a real stamp on his life.
How long do you think that the Cresta Blanca program?
You know that I haven't got the faintest idea. It went on for years.
Who did you meet yourself in the programs? Many interesting people, or did you just come on and leave?
I was just the one person when I was on there.
So the format was always one person?
No, not necessarily. But when I was on, yes.
Now, did this help your career?
Well, everything helps a career.
Everything helps.
Oh, yes. Regardless of what it is, and there are many, many facets to a career. Oh, this definitely was, yes. It was a popular kind of thing for the audiences, and we reached an audience that perhaps ordinarily I would not have reached.
I said to my brother yesterday, I'm interviewing Risë Stevens. Now, I said this on purpose because, again, the power of what a career can be in the sense of a name. My brother never hears any kind of music, really, with any awareness in my mind. So I was testing him out. Risë Stevens, I used to always hear her on television in the 50s, and he came up with Carmen. That's unbelievable.
That's marvelous.
When we do a program on our own, I'm going to get into your feelings on Bizet, on Carmen, on how one becomes so associated with the role. For instance, in my own life, Risë, you never met me, and yet I once gave up a girlfriend because she sat on the Saint-Saëns' My Heart at Thy Sweet Desire. Voice. She sat on it, and I lived by that as a musician, and the phrasing and the sensuousness. I could never forgive her. I actually, that was the end. It was a
Too
Juilliard.
bad I didn't know. I would have sent you another one.
Yeah, it was a great treasure of mine.
Thank you.
Well, what else do we have to say about Morton right now? The great Morton Gould, as I call him. I call him Mortunus Gould. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fitting. That's fitting.
What else can we come up with that
I don't know. I'm very unhappy that we haven't seen one another throughout the years. And Morton is a very, how am I going to say this? He's a very strange man. I have to use the word strange, because I think Morton likes to be by himself. I think he's a loner.
In many ways.
In many, many ways. And
as gregarious as he can be with
as
people.
gregarious as he can be, yes. But I think that Morton likes to be quiet and by himself and concentrate and think. I think he's one of those.
But don't you think everyone that's a creative person has this part of them?
Yes, but there are many who do not.
Mm-hmm.
And among composers.
True. I know that Scriabin hated to even be alone in a
Absolutely.
room while he was composing.
Right.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Well, it's a good point. We'll weld this together perfectly. You will get to Madison and 74th, and it's
Thank
been
you.
my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.